Okay, hi everyone. Uh, yeah, I think it was a long trip from Indonesia to Prague. This is my second time here in Prague, and I think this is my first conference, Microtic conference in European. Previously, I just do the MAM at around the Asia, Southeast Asia, especially like Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia. So today I will talk about the RPKI using the Router OS version 7, the new one. Little bit introduction of myself. Of course, yeah, I was the Microtik certified engineer and the trainer. I working for the ISP or telecommunication industry, and I also manage some other networks. And yeah, I also connected with the few internet exchange in Asia and also in European. So the question is, the title was we talk about the internet security. The question is, how was the internet built? What is the routing protocol that we use to build the internet? Anyone? Yeah, we using the BGP routing. It was done by the BGP. BGP is the one of the routing protocol that using the autonomous system number to make the differentiation between the ISP to announce the networks. And you can see at the website, it was bgp.he.net. This is the example of my ISP that I manage. My ISP is connected with several different BGP peer here. 1, 2, 3, and then another one. We set up the BGP peer each other. We call it the IP transit. We call it the upstream networks, and also we have like internet exchange. We have many things, many components in our internet. But the simply thing is, I have the prefix, and I want to access the other prefix. Let's say I have the example here from Google. Google have their IP address, their network prefix. The smallest one to be advertised in the internet is /24. And okay, we advertise our its prefix, and okay, we know each other. Yeah, it was the basic of the dynamic routing protocol, not only in the BGP. But the question is, how we can verify the prefix advertisement? How we can know Google is authorized or verified to announce their networks, their prefix? How we can know we can verify the prefix advertisement? Okay, this is where the RPKI will works. They will verify the autonomous system number, the ESN number within the IP address. So they will mapping the subnet prefix and the IS number. Okay, this is the architecture. So basically, the prefix owner will create the record here, the AS number, and then the subnet prefix, and then they will store to the few trust anchor. We have a regional internet registry here, like in Europe, I think it was a RIPE NCC, and for me in Asia, I have the APNIC, and then for the Latin America, LACNIC, Africa, and then for the America, they have their own registry. And all of them will synchronize each other to verify the data. Once they already synchronize the data, they will sign the information that you store before. It's like the difference is probably it's like between the HTTP and the HTTPS. When you access the website using the HTTPS, it has the certificate, it was signed and it was validated. It was the same case like this. They will validate the prefix, they will validate the AS number, they will validate the data. Okay, this is the correct data, and this is it was validated, it was trusted, you can trust the data. Okay? And then after that, you will set up the validator here. You can build the validator server. Also, you can build your own trust anchor if you want, but usually we just build our own validator server. Or probably if you want to do, you want to use public validator, you can also using the public validator. But yeah, I will prefer if you can deploy your own validator. It was pretty simple. And then you will integrate the validator with the router, and then apply to your BGP neighbor. So yeah, it was same, just like before, but with RPKI, the prefix that was announced here, it was verified. It was validated, the data was assigned using some cryptography system. They will validate the data through the validator server and the trust anchor. So this is the step-by-step how we can integrate the RPKI with the Microtik Router OS. That's why we call this one is a Microtik conference, because we're gonna integrate it with Microtik. So first of all, the RPKI first time was introduced in version 7 beta 7. This is the quite new feature here because we don't have the RPKI function in the Router OS version 6. So yeah, you need to have the version 7 now to deploy the RPKI. And then after you already upgrade your Router OS version, you can set up your own validator. There is a few of software you can deploy. You can deploy on your Linux server. You can deploy on your Unix server, or I never heard somebody deploy in the Windows, but yeah, usually I deploy in like Ubuntu, Debian, or something else. You can use some tools like Routinator, Fort, or the Octo RPKI. It depends on you. There is no preference from me, but I think for myself, I usually use the Routinator. The setup is pretty simple. They have the repository in the Docker container. So if you understand how to deploy the container, it's based on Docker. You just need to do the Docker run, and then you pull the repository, and then open the port. This one will be used. This port will be used to as the communication between the Routinator server with your router, and another one will be used to as the web UI. So you can also access the web UI. Or if you don't want to use Docker or the container, you can directly install to your system also. And actually the setup in RouterOS is pretty simple. It's not that hard. You just need to state your validator server IP address, and then the port number, of course, and the group name. It's just simple like that. You install the validator, and then you have the validation setup in the router, and then usually you need to wait like a few minutes. Yeah, to wait the data will synchronize. You can leave. You can take some coffee first, or you have the lunch first, and then when the data already synchronized, you can try to check like this. RPKI check, you state the origin AS number, and then the prefix that you want to verify, and the group that you state before. And this is the result. If the data was correct, they will say the data will valid. But if the data is invalid, let's say I do the same subnet mask here, I have the same prefix, but I try to change the origin AS number. It's 1, 4, 11, 13, 8. It was the invalid AS number. So the result here will be invalid. It's simple. When you're done with the setup, it was pretty simple. But yeah, so I think the most complex of this RPKI is the back-end system. But I think as the network engineer, we just need to use the service, we need to install, and then we need to verify. Actually, the state is not only valid and invalid. There is two more other state here. There is the unknown. Unknown means there is no data about this IP subnet. There is no data about this IP address. And then the another one is unverified. And if unverified means the session from the routinator or the validator server is not synchronized yet. So it's not verified. It doesn't mean invalid, it doesn't mean valid, but it was unverified. Yeah, it's a 4 different state. You need to check your validator server connection, and if the state was unknown, you can try to create the data, the record, if it was your own prefix. And okay, this is the most important one. You need to apply the BGP filter. So after you can verify the prefix, you can verify which one the invalid one, which one the valid, which one the unknown, which one the unverified, and then you can filter out your BGP neighbor. In this case, I will totally reject. So the rule will be if the RPKI state was invalid, and then I will reject. But the other prefix, the else, I will accept the prefix. So in this case, I will reject all of the invalid RPKI state. But it depends on you. You can also set the BGP local preference, you can set the routing distance, or probably you can tag the BGP community and then set as the black hole or something else. It depends on you, depends on your policy, depends on how you plan with your networks. But in my case, I will drop the prefix. Because what's the point to keep the invalid prefix? Maybe you can try to accept and see the invalid prefix, but well, what's the point? You can just reject, and if your customer, maybe if you have the IP transit customer, they will asking, hey, why I didn't receive this prefix? And then you can check the prefix. It was validated by the RPKI. The state was valid or invalid. You can check. There is many validator in the internet, or maybe if you already have your own validator server, you can access the web UI, and then you can try to check the subnet mask, the prefix, and the AES number. You can check. Okay, this is not too much configuration in the router, and this is the test to check if your network was safe or not. You can access the website here. It's the isbgpsafeyet.com. You can test if your ISP already implement the RPKI or not. Yeah, I just doing this like 2 hours ago. I made this screenshot 2 hours ago using the Wi-Fi from this hotel, and then, oh yeah, the ISP in this hotel already implement the RPKI. So how it works, they will try to reach the invalid prefix, and then if not unreachable, it means your ISP already dropped the invalid prefix, and then yeah, it's already implemented in the ISP router. But please also do not forget to create your own RPKI record, or you usually call it as a ROA, to your own prefix to avoid the BGP hijacking within your own networks. Sometimes we filter out the incoming from us, but sometimes we forget to verify our own prefix. I checked my own prefix using the Cloudflare here. I have the IPv6 and the IPv4 address here. And I already create my RPKI ROA and the record. The state was valid. Yeah, sometimes people will forget it. But yeah, just kind of a reminder, I think. Sometimes you need to check. Sometimes, sometimes the case is you have the IP address from other ES number, you need to update the ES number or something else. Yeah, you need to make sure that you also update your own prefix. Okay, I think that's it from me. Any question?
No question?
No question?
Amazing.
Okay. So I still have 13 minutes here. So no question?
You can start to dance.
Okay,
Joking, I'm joking.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.